Property Pairings, episode 55.
If I'm like in a comfort level with people, I will tell you, you need deodorant.
Yeah.
For sure. If we're like, I feel like we're at a comfort level. If I thought you needed deodorant, I'd be like, you need deodorant.
Please.
I tell everybody if they have something in their teeth. I don't care if I've met you for the first freaking time. If you have something on your face, if you have something on your, like,
eyelash, I'm like, hey.
When people have food right here, oh, it is the biggest, like, that's my biggest ick in the world. And I'm just like, hey, you got something right there. That one, but like when it's in your teeth, people never want to tell you. And I'm like, why? Well, welcome back to episode 55 of Property Pairings. I'm Eric Kinzler.
And I'm Mike Pavone.
And we're still here, still doing it. Still working.
It's been busy.
Yeah, there's lots of listings coming up.
Listings, some buys. Actually, it reminds me, I got to check on that. The one where he's like, I want to buy that lakefront down south.
Oh, yeah.
He's working on his numbers. And he's like, I'll get back to you. I was like, kind of forgot about it today. I got to check in with him. He's still working his numbers, so.
Not like houses are flying off the shelves right now, so.
Yeah, it's been, but it's been cranking along. Been a lot of project things lately. We just got off the phone. This will probably be a running theme for the next handful of episodes with the client that came through the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Nailing down the flooring and specific questions about electrical work, scope that she wants. And so
it's kind of fun because I feel like we kind of get to suggest what we're sort of like redoing a house together with our client who's out of the way. And we're like, oh yeah, this would be really good. And it's like, okay, let's go with that. It's really like easy and fun. Like I like it. I got to go with the interior designer and talk about like, okay, these are the things that we need to add. This is kind of the style that we're thinking. And so the interior designer is going to get all the furniture and stuff ordered, and then
Well, and especially, it's nice when they kind of take what you're saying to heart, but there's also, and there's a tiny bit of it's like, and you're framing this for the client, like this costs this much, this costs that much, and like, well, whatever you think, it's like spending someone else's money is kind of nice for a change. Mm-hmm. Like we're being not frugal, but we're being thoughtful, and making recommendations, but still.
Yeah.
When they're like, yeah, sure, let's just do the whole X scope of work. Cool.
It is cool, yeah, because it's like, because we're still thinking about that, and we're like, well, it's going to be better. Like one of the things is painting the exterior. Yeah, we could go completely different colors, but don't really need to, right? We could still keep it the same color, then you won't have to put as many coats on, and so that'll save you money, but we could change the accent colors, and that will change the whole facade. So there's like cost saving things in there too.
So that one's been good.
Yeah.
What else?
Just organizing a bunch of work coming up for the other listings. And then we had one of our Ames Lake that we got under contract last week. The buyer that we represented decided not to proceed with it on Monday.
Ask us how long it took to resell it.
I had another buyer in place and had a contract on Tuesday. And instead of closing July 2nd, now we're closing June 30th with the new buyer. But then the new buyer was like, I need to sell my other investment property. So we went under contract, wrote the offer on Tuesday, went under contract Wednesday, and I listed her other house today. So now I got to sell that one. So that worked out well.
I was gonna say,
also at Ames Lake. So it's just like
the gift that keeps on giving.
I know. I'm like, I love you, Ames Lake. Thank you.
That place is cool.
Yeah. Ah, the cabin. I want it so bad.
when we were talking
Oh,
about
it
it,
was the cabin was the one that fell through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it was like it was not I wouldn't say we were surprised. I don't know that we get surprised by that stuff because it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that was that's the kind of property that is you'll come across them from time to time, which is just expressly unique. And like when you think about when you picture in your mind's eye what a cabin on a lake should look like right here. And
Yeah.
so, and it had the big picture one and all these other things. And so when they're like, oh, you know, we decided it wasn't the right fit or, you know, for reasons, right? It's like, of all the properties we could have done that on, like this one, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fun one. I like that a lot. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else?
We did some walkthroughs on some other properties. Had an interesting a first in my career this week. We have one that we're getting ready for sale, and it really only needs kind of 2 items as a scope of work. It's painting and carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked with our carpet guy about getting out there to do a walk on the property because he needs to get measurements, right? And in our conversation, I said, he's like, yeah, so early next week. It's like, cool. You know, basically it's like, let me know specifically when, but I'll budget for early next week. You'll be out there to do the walk. So I'm at another listing doing a walk on that property, and I get some phone calls. Hey, Mike, from the homeowner. Mike, did you have anybody going out to the house today? And I said, no, not that I'm aware of, because it showed up on my Ring camera, and I didn't recognize him, so I called the cops. And I'm like, no, the only people that are supposed to, the painter hasn't confirmed when he's going to walk it, and the carpet guy said early next week, but I'm waiting for him to get back to me on the time. So I'm trying to track. I said, can you send me a screenshot of who came through? I don't recognize the person, which has me a little concerned, in an unmarked van. So I'm like, the only person it could possibly be is our flooring guy. And I call him and I said, did you by chance have anybody out to this house? And he goes, because I know we were talking next week. He's like, yeah, no, next week to install, this week to today to measure. I was like, no.
Yeah, there was no today in there.
There was no today there. It was a miscommunication. Immediately called the homeowner back. Hey, that actually was the carpet guy going there to measure. She's like, okay, I'll call the cops off.
Yeah. That would have been creepy, right? I'm just installing floors.
I've only ever had, well, that's the first time I've ever, anything like that's happened. I have actually had it happen where got that same call, but someone actually had broken into the house.
Yeah.
Into that garage.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had to go down and secure it. But it was just it was a miscommunication. It all worked out fine, but still.
Most of the time the house is like close to vacant anyway whenever we have them going out, so. But yeah, that's been good.
That was a little bit of stress right there, though.
Yeah, Tuesday was just like walking 3 of our upcoming listings. That whole day was. We did it in a good amount of time though, from like 9:30 to 12:30.
Well, we were an hour ahead. By the time we were done at the last place, we had managed to be an hour ahead.
Yeah,
we got to spend some quantity time together.
All 3 of us.
It went off pretty well too.
Yeah, it was easy. I'm trying to think what else was going on. Allyson.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I nipped that one. You saw what I did. It was tactical why I took us to lunch at Metropolitan Market. Because there's no way you can't find what you want in a grocery store. With the hot and cold bar and the poke bar and the sandwiches and salads, like.
Yeah, there's no way. It's good.
There was some strategy there.
I'm surprised she didn't say that she wanted to go grocery shopping though. Like, oh, I just need to pick up, right? Because that'll happen sometimes.
You pick up a couple things.
Yeah.
We did get that because we haven't done Highland Park in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Solid one. I'm enjoying the Highland Park.
Maybe I'll have to give it a taste next week.
It's good.
Yeah.
The 15 and the 18's really good.
Yeah.
You just loses the burn on the back end.
I think I tried the 21 when I was in Scotland.
I thought you said it was a 25.
Maybe it was a 25. It was an old one, for sure the tasting was up there. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else has been going on. Feels like a fusion of the weeks. I have 5 open houses this weekend. And luckily, well, I was supposed to have 7. There's no way to do 7. So Mike, I was like, I need your help. And it happened to be the one weekend where it's much more difficult for Mike to help out. His wife had this like pre-planned like auction thing where she takes people out on the boat, and
Which she wasn't supposed to do, but for health reasons, like she had to step in, right? So there was that.
Yep.
And then my parents are out of town, and we needed coverage on that Sunday to do that one open house.
Are they in New York?
Yeah, they leave on Saturday.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so that was luckily figured it all out, and so Mike's covering the 2 over here in Kirkland, so I can go do Ames Lake and Bridle Trails. Fun stuff. Yeah, so Sunday is like from 11 to 6 is just open house, open house, open house.
those multiple open house days.
I'm like, if I don't pick up a buyer, I'm gonna be upset.
Well, I don't even get upset about that part. It's when you're doing the first open house and you've budgeted a certain amount of time to get to the next open house, and that person walks in 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes before you're supposed to shut the door. Don't worry, I'll go quick. Really?
Have you talked about your crappy open house? Right at the end of your open house, someone showed up and
Was that the one where I had to be down here?
it was
Oh.
it was the toilet. This is like a good story. Open house horror stories.
Yeah,
part
well,
one.
here, open house horror stories. I was doing an open house at a place in the Renton Highlands area there for a past client. And when I walked the property initially, there was a scope of work that needed to be done. And usually the scope of work is the same at most houses. Paint, carpet, right?
Mhm.
So that was what needed to be done there. So we did all these things. And we're holding the open house. And people are coming and going. The market's a little more busy at the time. And I had a whole bunch of people through, and everyone was taking their shoes off by the front door and going on through the house. And I must have had 3 or 4 groups through. And a group can be 1 person or it can be like 5 people. They're individual entities, right? So all these people are going through the house. There's a boatload of shoes at the front door. And then they start leaving. And, because they kind of come and go in waves, right? And everybody's left, and there's still a pair of shoes at the front door. And I can't figure out who leaves their shoes here. So I go upstairs, nobody's upstairs. I go into the garage, or I went into the garage area, went in the main area there, I couldn't find them. And then I hear someone screaming from the bathroom, right by the front door. So you come in the front door, there was a wall that greeted you. To the right would take you into the kitchen and up the stairs and into the main living area there. To the left would take you to like kind of a mudroom-esque type thing, and there's a powder there. And I hear screaming, and there's a woman in there, and she had managed to clog the toilet.
And water was overflowing.
Water's overflowing in my open house.
Crappy water.
She had gone number 2 in my open house for some reason, decided that was the place to go, and the water was coming. I don't know. There's a rivulet of water coming down the hallway
Towards the carpet.
Towards the carpet. It's dirty water, and the husband and daughter come back, but it's moving slowly. It's moving real slow. It's doing this, but it's like a 10-foot run. Like it's going to get there eventually. And we don't keep toilet paper in the house for a reason.
Yeah.
So people can't go number 2. I don't know how she figured that one out, to be honest with you. But someone upstairs was, looking down on me. There was a 6-pack of toilet paper in the storage underneath the stairs. Grabbed those and I threw it down. The husband comes in and the daughter comes back in. I was like, is she yours?
Take her.
Get her out and clean that up.
Yeah.
And they're like apologizing profusely. I never saw. She didn't show her face again. They grabbed her shoes and left. But
Yeah.
they had to clean the whole entryway up for me.
Didn't even buy it.
Didn't even buy it. But the next day, we had another team member holding the same open house open.
Oh, yeah.
Next day, same house upstairs. She's closing up, and someone had done a number 2 in the upstairs bathroom. We don't have toilet paper.
Yeah.
There's no toilet paper.
So they just went. Maybe they BYOT. I don't know.
I don't want to know.
BYOTP. I don't know.
I mean, who?
I'm just like, why are we doing this at open houses? Also, I get a call while I'm in Texas. I have someone holding my open house, and someone's kid needed to go to the bathroom, and so they went, and they're like, is the water turned off? I'm like, I didn't turn off the water. Call the owner. He didn't turn off the water. So I have to like emergency call. Luckily, I have good connections out at Ames Lake where I'm like, oh yeah, hey, can you get someone to go check the water? Because it's a weekend and they're closed on the weekends. So send someone over there. Like, yeah, someone turned it off at the main. So they turned it back on and then they could flush the toilet. But during the open house,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know either. It's like, why at the open house?
There's places you can stop. There's grocery stores. There's places you can go.
There's a Starbucks every corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 minutes apart.
Why are we using?
Like you're bound to find one as soon as you leave.
I could flex a little bit on like if you'd had a lot to drink that day and you had to go, but
Yeah.
The number 2, no, not at someone else's open house when you're just someone checking things out.
I mean, for sure, I go pee at people's houses. Like, I have to. I'm like, I'm going from open house to open house to open house. There's no way I'm not going to pee at one of those.
Yeah.
Especially after, like, at...
Cold brew
well, no, not at the cold brew. That's a whole separate
thing.
And that's never at an open house or at a listing. That's not my comfort, FYI. No, at the co-list that we do with Joy, she always keeps these like sparkling Pellegrino. So I'm like, okay, I'll pop one open while I'm there working on my laptop. And it's always like right towards the end. I don't know if it's because it's sparkling water or what, but I'm like, I gotta pee. So it's either there or the next open house immediately. So.
I've had a couple instances in the years where doing open houses and like, yeah, you had to pee, and you're like, it's been dead for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No one's gonna come in. I'm just gonna click the front door, run in to use the bathroom. I'll come right back out, and you begin the process. And you hear ding dong.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. I just can't cut off midstream.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes like the bathrooms don't have blinds anymore because a lot of times you just pull everything so it's nice and bright everywhere. So then you go and you're like, So maybe if I stand on the side of the toilet with my back against the window, just in case the neighbor walks by or like, I don't know, decides to do dishes. They're not watching me.
The home that Morgan and Jennifer bought was that way. Their powder on the main floor there is a beautiful house. It's like 4,000 square foot house. Mm-hmm. But and I've never seen this in a house before or since, where the powder has a floor to ceiling window. So if this was the toilet and the vanities over here, there's a floor to ceiling window right here, right next to the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, the vanity would be here. And the vanity goes from wall to wall, though, but there's just a chunk of vanity about this wide that cuts it right through here. Like, that magically is supposed to block anything. Yeah. It's like, who thought this was a good idea? And the fence to the neighbors right next door, like, hey, Steve.
Yeah. Why you still watching me, bud? You weirdo.
Anyways, I digress.
Yeah, number 2 is crazy. I don't even like the number 2 at church.
It's
Yeah.
The bathrooms in our building, it's like you go down these steps, and then it's like communal sinks,
mhm.
and then it just splits into like men's and women's, and then you kind of go around a corner, and then there's some like stalls and stuff, but there's no like fully closed door to the bathroom space. So just that like open air, I'm like, in the case that I'm about to fully blow this thing up,
Yeah.
I don't want to be walking out like this, you know, because
Right. Yeah.
they're like, someone walks down even just to wash their hands, they're like, oh my god, something die down here.
There's like Mr. Bob just left.
Yeah. So
that was
open house, yeah, number 2 is crazy.
that one. I couldn't believe though.
Oh yeah.
There had at any one point there would have been 10 to 20 people in the house, and this is when you decided you needed to go. But it was like watching a train wreck in slow motion, because it was in slow motion. But like as soon as that hits the carpet pad, I'm screwed.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
Like
I remember you calling me.
You can deal with a lot of this, but if it hits that carpet pad and soaks into that,
Yeah.
You're a lot more chill about it now versus when you had called me.
I was
and been
irate.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
She's like, "I'm so sorry." I was like,
It was like
"You
bleep,
should
bleep,
be."
bleep. Took a bleep. It's all over the bleep. Bleep.
Yeah,
Did you have another open house to get to after that, or was that just by itself?
Probably showings or something.
That's usually how it shakes out.
Because that was during COVID. And so you were like 2-hour open, and then you had like your next showing plan to go somewhere
Well, but the
else,
thing
and
is,
we were
the
so
thing is,
busy.
in that example, or examples like that, when something unexpected happens and a mess is created, regardless of the nature of the mess, that was not accounted for in our time today.
Right.
Yeah.
To clean this up in whatever way, shape, or form, and fortunately, her family cleaned it up, but like that was, I did not account for that. And so if they had just left and now I'm stuck cleaning this up somehow.
Yeah. That would. I think I was supposed to hold that open. I felt really grateful that I wasn't the one who had to deal with that.
I'll roll with a lot of things, but that one was a little too much.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, you made a comment about that break-in situation, and you said, you know, thankfully a lot of these are like vacant. Is it like, how much more difficult is it if someone's basically living in a home all the way up until it's sold? Your guys' process, like listing process, how much more difficult does that make it versus if
Owner occupied versus vacant.
yeah.
I think owner-occupied listing is kind of easier because you're not having to have the stagers and like those types of things going in. You're just kind of working with their furniture already. But as far as scheduling, it's much more difficult because they're like, oh, well, I work from home during this time, and you have to get like a 2-hour notice to let them know, and then all of a sudden they're having to clean dishes, and it's very inconvenient.
Generally, I would agree, especially on the showing part. If it's occupied and we place a lot of, and when that situation does arise, we place a lot of emphasis on like, look, we're about to turn your life upside down. You need to keep this house immaculate, and kind of word of the wise. Here's some wisdom: like, be available when they want to show. If you've got something you're slow roasting something on the stove, like that's cool. Leave. Make sure it's not something that will smell up the house.
That's the hard part too, because they don't know. And I've shown houses before where I was taking a buyer in, and their dinner was very smelly, and they just put it in the oven because they had to leave for the showing. And it's a turnoff. Like you go in and it's just like you just put salmon in the microwave. Like it stinks in here.
We had one of our most recent listings, that was actually the case, where as soon as you walked in the door, they must have cooked something earlier in the day and it hit you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fortunately I was able to open up all the windows and kind of draft the air through the home and clear it, but I walked in, I picked it up right away.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about that before, right? Like when you're so used to being in a certain space, your nose becomes accustomed to just, a baseline, whatever. But there's been times like I walk into a friend's house and I'm like, do you, this must just be normal to you? Like your entire house smells like wet dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're sensitive, when it's a different smell, for sure. Yeah.
I hope that, I mean, totally different topic, but just on the topic of smells, I hope that, like, I mean, I like to think I have pretty good hygiene, but, like, if I'm talking up close to somebody and I have bad breath, like, I hope someone tells me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be at, like, church or wherever, and someone will get all up in my grill just talking, whatever, and I'm like, whoa. Like, dude, I'm not close enough to you to, like, tell you this, but, like, are you aware that, like, and like you're married and stuff, like your spouse, like, do they not notice? I don't know. It's maybe I just have one of
if
those
I'm like
noses, but
in a comfort level with people, I will tell you, you need deodorant.
yeah,
For sure. If we're like, I feel like we're at a comfort level. If I thought you needed deodorant, I'd be like, you need deodorant.
please.
I would tell you if I had to become a mouth breather around you.
I tell everybody if they have something in their teeth. I don't care. If I've met you for the first freaking time, if you have something on your face, if you have something on your, like,
eyelash, I'm like, hey.
When people have food right here, oh, it is the biggest, like, that's my biggest ick in the world. And I'm just like, hey, you got something right there. That one, but like when it's in your teeth, people never want to tell you. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why wouldn't you tell me? And so they could be sitting across the bar at Matador. I will get up and walk across and be like, hey, there's something right here. I'm just that guy. I would want people to tell me.
Interesting. If the more that I like you, the less likely I am to tell you.
Oh.
Story time.
That's so mean.
Story time. Very good friend of mine when I was at John L. Scott. We'd always have lunch together, and she looks at me. She just had a salad, and she goes, "I got to go do this Zoom call with her business partner or whatever, or her lead or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at me, and like the nature of the relationship was one where I could we joked around a lot with each other. And she's like, "How do I look?" And I go, "You look great." She just had salad. She goes to the meeting. I'm still in the lunchroom. She comes back. "You're a bleeping a-hole." I go, "Why?" She's like, "You didn't tell me I had a big piece of spinach in my teeth." She's like, "I thought you knew."
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
I wouldn't do that if we had to go into a listing appointment or something like that.
Or just in general, just tell me right up front. That would save us both a lot. I would tell you.
I really didn't think they would get by because it was literally covering a whole tooth.
That I'm like, I'll look at my phone and like.
Next time you're gonna be like, "Do I look okay?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, you look great." You're
I
like,
wouldn't.
I don't
ask
trust you.
No, next time I'm not. No. You're going down on the like, okay, the trust level stuff. Mike, nope, not asking.
This has been a very tangented day today. So, open houses, food and teeth.
Mm-hmm.
What other weird things?
I mean, your kids are in the office right now.
Yeah,
Oh, they are.
they're here.
Okay.
We don't let them watch. Like they've been doing workbook time, and they're going to go back to doing some more workbook time after we're done here. We don't let them watch Minecraft stuff on YouTube, anything like that. But for this, I'm like, I need a 1 hour and 52-minute long Minecraft episode that you guys can watch of some guy just what 100 days in Minecraft looks like, because I need you to be quiet. Then it goes back off again.
Well, and while you were using the bathroom and they were in there, the commercials were coming on. So Clark went to click skip or whatever, and Ashton's like, I want to click it. And Clark's like, well, I'm doing it. And Ashton was like, well, why do you get to do it? And I was like, because he's older. That was not received well. I'm like, sometimes that could be an answer.
Yeah.
It could be, I mean, that was.
I want to go on that, amusement park ride. Well, why can't I go on it? Because he's older and taller.
Yeah. That one would be messed up though if it was like you guys are going amusement and Ashton passes Clark, and it's like, well, Ashton can go, but you can't. Could you imagine?
Oh, it'd
It's
be
like,
so it'd be kind
that
of fun.
one's not like a normal thing, right?
I actually think that would be pretty funny though. Sorry, buddy. Why don't you
Yeah.
grow a little bit more? Eat those fruits and vegetables when we tell you to eat them.
Yeah, what's with kids and just never eating their dinner, but then they want to snack all the time?
Yeah, how did that go last night?
Yeah, that was like, it was Meltdown City for sure. And it's funny because like his oldest and his youngest, so the middle one's sort of having a meltdown because he does not want to eat this. It's like a chicken or turkey patty. That's it.
Made
like,
specifically for him because he loved it the last time we had this dinner.
yeah, he just didn't want it attached to the tortilla with cheese. He just wanted it separate. So they made it separate, and he was like not eating it. Started kind of going crazy on it, for lack of a better word. And how old is Blair? She's 3. So Blair is like across the table to the older one, Clark, and she's like, they're like gossiping, and he's like, don't talk about me. But it was just funny that the oldest one and the youngest one were like talking about the situation. Blair is adorable. She's kind of like all over the place, but just really freaking adorable.
I have video after dinner was concluded. She climbs into his lap. Like, this is my lounging chair. And she leans back. So she's using, and he's having to hold one side of her like this and the other side like that and talk with her. And she's just leaned back like this in his arms, basically.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Yeah. And we're still sitting at the table, so. But it was funny, like the very first thing that they tell her, because she's going to come, they move her from the other side to come sit by me. And they're like, but don't touch Uncle Eric. Like, you're still in the middle of eating. Don't touch. First thing, she gets to the other side, and she's like, right on my leg as she gets on the. And Julia just looks at her like, I just told you 4 times. But she just like looks up and she smiles and she's like, hi, Uncle Eric. It's like, how can you, all she was doing was she was just like excited to be there and sit right next to you, if not on you, kind of.
I have a, at one point I used blue painter's tape to section off the table and the chairs. Don't cross these blue lines. And it worked, except the blue painter's tape lifted a residue, so then I had lines all over my furniture.
Shoot.
It took a little while to get that to go away. But like, yeah, she just, don't do that. And she just slots right in next to him.
The funny thing too, right now, they're sitting in like these old, like, and maybe because I was there, but they're sitting in like the high chairs.
They're like
Mike and Julia. So the parents are sitting in high chairs because the kids have outgrown them. But it's like,
they're like a training chair where you can adjust. It's not a high chair where you like buckle in or anything. It's just 2 sides, and you can adjust the height of the seat up and down, and you can adjust the footrest up and down. And so you can, so if as they get taller, you can lower the seat and whatever, right? And so they stopped using them, but we still have them. I don't know why we have them. So we actually is like, yeah, we need to get rid of these things.
and get some chairs.
Get some real chairs.
Mike said a phrase I thought would never come out of his mouth last night. And he looked at Julia and he was like, yeah, we should go to Home Goods, get some chairs. I know. I was like, really? That's like someone saying like, let's go hang out at Target.
Go to Home Goods. She's like, I want them to match. I'm sure we can find 2.
Yeah.
Because
I do think she said, there's no way we're going to find 2. And I'm like, I have seen matching chairs there, but I was like, this is
Because
not
we used to go to Home Goods, and then I made the comment, we'd buy paintings that we didn't know whether they would fit in the car or not. And I'm this guy walking up Highland Drive with a painting that's like 5 by 7.
If you guys buy anything that can't fit in the bus that you own,
We
I will
didn't
be
have that at
surprised.
that.
I know, but I'm just saying now.
She picked out a mirror once. We still have the mirror. It's a full height mirror, but it's not the kind you stitch, attached to a wall. It's framed. And she's like, I really like that. I was like, okay. So I pick it up. I'm like, this thing weighs like 100 pounds. It's carrying it through the whole store like that. And thankfully, it fit in the car. It's like, I don't know how we would have got that home.
Had to go get the U-Haul.
Yeah.
Well, we did have a poll this week, and it was, what is your dream commute?
This one surprised me.
I know, this was interesting. So, being able to walk to coffee, 0%. Nobody voted for that. Being able to...
If he worked there, I would walk to it.
we should have said, like, to Jake's coffee spot.
Right.
That would have been different. Number 2 was boat to dinner. 67% of people were like, I'd like to take a boat, take it to dinner. And I'm like, I get that. That sounds fun. Just pull up to Carolyn Point, have dinner.
Yeah?
17% said quick freeway access, and 16% said, screw it, I'll work from home.
That one is the one that surprised me, though.
Maybe because no one's like, I don't get to work from home anymore. I have to go in.
Yeah, maybe.
But, yeah. So, boat to dinner.
I only think about like Kid Valley or
The dream commute.
Anthony's or something like that, like the handful of places that are Ivers.
You need to go to the restaurants in Carolyn Point.
We're supposed
There's a
to go.
French one
We're
that's
supposed to
really
go.
good.
Encanto's really good.
Yeah. El Encanto.
When are
I
you going
love
to
that
take
one.
me?
Whenever you can get together after 5 o'clock.
Well, can't we go for like
So-
lunch or are they closed?
Let's see. No, they're not open for lunch.
So
that's the whole. That's why I said whenever you're available after 5 o'clock.
All right, so in 2040, when
Yep.
they're all graduated and gone,
Yep.
we'll go. We'll be on episode 1055.
I can't remember the French place that I had, but I was it in between open houses, or maybe I was early to my first open house, so I stopped there for breakfast and I had like a mimosa and this whole French breakfast feast.
Before your
started
open
with
house?
started with berries because they were like they had a bowl of berries and I saw it go by and I was like, that looks delicious because they like chop them really pretty. And I'm like, okay, got to think of the name of that restaurant though.
But then you're like, oh, well, now that I've had the berries and the mimosa.
Well, then they had this like egg dish with crispy pork belly. I love pork belly. Like if it's cooked right,
Yeah.
it's so freaking good.
I had a Filipino dish one time that was a crispy pork belly, and it was one of the best meals I've ever had.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. If they know how to do it. I don't like it when it's not crispy. If it's not crispy, it's not good. Like when it's soft.
And this was at that restaurant over there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to go to Beach House. We can go there.
After 5 o'clock.
They're only open after 5?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We
Oh.
can't go there until 2040 if they're still open.
That's it. No, we're going. Hey, Julie, I'm going to be home late.
Have Julia come with. We'll just have someone do the baby, like have a babysitter.
Yeah, we could do that. All right, well, thanks for joining us here on episode 55 of Property Pairings. I'm Huey, that's Louie, and that's Dewey.
Oh, nice. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
right? Remember to click like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Well, another good one is the Chipmunks.
Alvin,
Alvin.
Theodore, and Simon.
Simon.
Good pull.
Simon!
Good pull.
I don't know if I'm Simon.
Tallest with glasses.
I know that's the identifier, but I don't think.
I almost wore that shirt today.
Oh yeah.
A derivative of that, yeah.
I like this one. I got it when I was in London.
Mine didn't come from London, but it also didn't come from Costco. Got new shoes too.
Yeah, Mike upgraded his shoe collection.
Ask me how much these cost. $29. They're really comfortable.
For now, for like a month maybe.
No, they're good. They had like 12,000 reviews and like 4.8 stars.
Nice.
All the other people who only look to spend $29 on shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, that would be the day if I ever got Eric to buy a shirt with me in Costco.